So someone asked me if I was blindfolded, would I be able to tell the crystals apart from their energy? So we decided to test the theory. So I'm going to blindfold myself, and everybody who works here picked out a different crystal, and they're going to put it down in front of me, and I'm going to see if I can identify it by feeling it and feeling its energy. Hopefully I get them right, and I can continue being a professional crystal healer. Okay. We'll use the Hermes. All right. All right. So interestingly enough, I feel it in my solar plexus. I can feel it pushing energy in all directions, which is really, really nice. I feel a little bit more focused. I feel calmer. It is enhancing my headache a little bit, which is interesting. I had the headache before I started. I can't see it in my mind, which is interesting. It doesn't enhance my visual skills. I have no idea what this one is. Let me see. Oh, it's halite. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. No idea what it was. Bring me the next one. All right, it's going right there. All right, what is this doing? I'm smelling it. I feel, it makes me understand how like my throat feels very depleted, which is interesting, which is something I've been dealing with for a while. I also can feel it in my back. It's going to where there's like tightness in my back. So this mineral is showing me where I have like issues at. Oh, that's always fun. Crystal that shows you everything that's wrong with you. It's also making me aware of emotions, like, you know, the quiet resting rage that sits in the back of all of us. I do feel some joy with it though. I don't think it's fluorite, but it's reminiscent of a fluorite energetically. It's making me very aware of what's underneath the surface. I don't know. Let's look. Let's see what it is. Oh, blue lace agate. That's why I felt it in my throat. Okay, that makes sense. All right, what's the next one? All right. This one feels tricky. This one's a trickster. This one makes me want to be very assertive. If I needed to argue with someone about something, this one would help me do the trick. I feel it very much like, I don't want to take any shit from anyone. That's like the first, but not in a really aggressive way, just in a like stand up for yourself, be in your power. It is not a soft, loving mineral. It's a very strong, assertive mineral. All right, let's see what it is. Oh, epido. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. This one is interesting. It feels like this one's very physical. This mineral is very introspective. I feel like, so this one has actually activated my visual sense. And if I was going to look out into like the sacred geometry of the universe, you could use this for visualization. This one's really fun. I feel like this one has an angelic communication. It might even be something like celestite or something like that. That's kind of the vibe that I get off of it. This mineral would enhance like psychic ability and feeling connectedness to something bigger. It would enhance your connection to the universe. This is just positive and uplifting, and this would be good for anybody that just needs to work with a mineral who is happy. So let's look. Apophyllite, yeah, that makes sense. Very, very similar vibe. Okay, all right. So I know what this is by the shape, and I feel like it's probably lapis. It's heavy like lapis. Let's see what it feels like energetically. I could be wrong though. If I felt like giving a psychic reading, this would be a fabulous crystal to use. This mineral is so psychic, and it's psychic in a physical way. This mineral is so old, it feels very connected to humanity. It's funny, it's talking. It says everybody needs me. It's strong, but it's also grounded, so it stretches the energy field. It's a prominent third eye mineral. So I'm guessing it's lapis, but I could be wrong. We'll see if I'm right. Yes, it's lapis. All right, I got 1 out of 7. How many did we do? 5, 6? So crystals have inherent energetic properties to them, and that's how I feel them. I feel what they do to my body. And I'm able to do that because I spent years in extremely deep states of meditation. Like I would meditate for like hours a day, like normal people would not do that. And then I did crystal healing for a really long time, and I used my body as a tuning fork to be able to understand exactly what was going on with other people. And so I developed an extremely articulated way of being able to feel exactly what's going on in my body, and then develop the speech to give it, which is a lot of how I work. And so when picking up a crystal, I might not necessarily know exactly what it is, because there are a lot of things that feel similar to other things. Like this apophyllite, it reminded me of celestite, but I knew it wasn't celestite, but it reminded me of it. This one, the halite might have been the trickiest one because it wasn't the color that was at the forefront. It was the energetic property, which is the detox. And it showed me that my solar plexus probably needs to be opened and needs a detox. So, you know, crystal healing is a philosophy. It's not a rigid idea where everything is agreed upon all the time. It's a collective experience of humanity writing about things for tens, 20s, hundreds, or even thousands of years. And eventually with empirical evidence, you start to get an understanding of how crystals work, but everybody's going to have their own interpretation and not everybody's going to like everything. So maybe we'll do it again. I'll see.